Hello everyone, IanXIlyana here, musician, artist, weird person who makes new songs. I have new music coming out. My new album is coming out soon. I hope you enjoy it. All I can really do. I'm not really into promoting my own music. My associate Benji has a new song out, DIA, and I am making it available to all my fans. If you're fans of my music and you're fans of me, please check out Benji. It's in the description, it's the first link. Enjoy the song. I had a rough day. I really did. I had two women run up to my door, ring the doorbell, bang on the door. Just random women, I don't know them. But that's Los Angeles. Los Angeles does stupid things like that, which upset me. And then, I have to try and reach out to my landlord, and my landlord says, call the police. But when I call the police say, well, you don't own the building. So even if you are reporting trespassing, there's really nothing that you can do. I mean, I guess it's criminal nuisance, but it's like different people every single time. It's just annoying. I don't know why LA is like this. No other state behaves that way. And I almost say like LA is a different state than the rest of California. But it is. It's a large county and the people here are fucking nutters. So yeah, it might as well, be talking to people from Narnia. These people are just weird. I mean, I'm a weird person, but I'm a weird person who says, let me just be weird over here by myself. Like, I don't need to inflict my weird upon you. But LA is very about, I want to inflict weird upon you, make you more weird, and then, like, just make you miserable. Because right now I'm miserable. I have some wings I've been saving up because I've been kind of hungry. So I'm gonna eat while I gab about how much I fucking hate this city. Oh. I mean, it's still fresh, good. That's what things are like right now. I'm just upset. I'm upset because there's this guy I like who lives in yet another country, who's everything that I could ever ask for. He's an environmentalist, he's covered in tattoos. Okay, that's really all I'm looking for. I could have standards and whatnot, but he's super skinny. He's a terrible chef. I think he knows that, though. I think he does. I think he's just extremely limited. So therefore, he doesn't have an opportunity to really shine as a chef. But yeah, he's bad at it. But I like him. I really do. And I wish that there were more opportunities to meet cool guys like that. Because that's what I want to do. I don't want to talk to LA people at all. I just want to talk to this one hot guy who lives in another nation who shares my ideals of environmental activism. Getting off your lazy ass and cleaning up the environment. Maybe not all of it at once, but at least trying. I normally do the whole Eastern Kentucky thing, but I haven't been able to round up signatures for it, so I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to accept that if it doesn't matter to you, then you don't care. If it's not you, then you don't care. whatever. I don't believe in abandoning people, so I guess I'm gonna have to physically go down there and speak to those people. Expecting any outside help from any states or people who don't live in Eastern Kentucky is too much to ask for. After all, you know, you're trained to have teams, and even though they're American citizens, they're poor, so they're not on your team. I don't feel that way. But by not signing not it affects me. It really does. Because I think if I was in that kind of situation, who would care? LA's in that situation with smog and air pollution, but nobody cares. So I don't want to live in a state of people who don't care. So I'm gonna move. I should make it official and just buy my ticket today. Because I'm over this city. I've lived here for like 3-4 years at this point. 4 years, I guess. I've just seen the ugliest parts of American society. I don't need to see more. I need to see less. It's just that if I move, I'll be that much further away from this guy I super fancy, so there's that. I have to decide whether or not he likes me too. Because if he does, I should still stay where I am and keep talking to him so we can get to know each other better. But even so, I should hold out the hope that maybe things would be easier if we were closer together. He talked about the simulation today. I'm glad he did, because when you think about what you do in life, how often are you truly in your body? How often do you existentially experience something? I mean, not to go too deep, but he was talking about people who consume meat. I'm eating meat right now, but I'm also thinking about the life of the animals that I'm consuming right. Were they treated ethically? Even if they're raised for slaughter, were they treated ethically? Because there's a lot of corollary between being a chicken and being a musician. Being a musician, you lay golden eggs. You really do. You take stardust and moonbeams and you make songs that stand the test of time, make people dance, make people cry, and then mysteriously something happens and it's over. Not your career is over, your life is over. And this happens to people who are mostly on labels, which always freaks me out, because why would you join a label if you knew that they would be... I can't say for sure it's them that's responsible for it, but when I hear about musicians, you know, oh, that person drank themselves to death, or that person was on drugs, I just say, are you sure they didn't have help? Are you sure that, you know, these labels, these PR people aren't also responsible? Doesn't it make it easy to control and manage these people when they're addicts? Don't you profit off that? I would say they have a fiduciary responsibility to not only keep their artist happy, but to keep them alive. But they don't see it that way. They're running a business. So many musicians are suffering under that kind of control and misdirection. Which is why I'm perfectly content that I'm an independent artist. I look at my statistics for my music and no one listens. Like, barely anyone listens. And those that do, like, I'm hardly suspect, but whatever. Weekend. Hello, hello. I'm the same person, I just have terrible taste in hair designs. Don't mind me, I'm just as boring as ever. Have you moved yet? No, I haven't. I was waiting on my disability benefits. They didn't give me my disability benefits. And technically, I have this apartment for the most part for a year or 2 years. It takes money to move. I mean, I essentially have to throw out everything I own and pay for a plane ticket and start over. I'm in California. I kind of remember you, yeah. I don't want to be in California. I really don't. I've been trying to champion this case for Eastern Kentucky to protect their water rights, because access to clean drinking water is a human right. And it should be an American civil liberty. But the Kentucky state legislature doesn't think so. So I made a petition, change.org/Kentucky needs you, because they're American citizens. You can't just poison their fresh water. You know, that's immoral, and it should be illegal if it isn't already illegal. Even if you're the state legislature making a law to allow it, it goes against everything we stand for as a nation to do that. Just my opinion, though. By the lack of signatures, I think my opinion might be in the minority, which is sad. It's not unexpected, it's just sad. So while I devour these wings, I just thought I would reach out and talk to people. I say Turntable Tuesday, I'm not going to spin anything. If you want to go into my discography, I have plenty of songs where I mix and scratch. Theater of the mind. Thank you so much, Ukind. Appreciate you. I would feel a lot better and be out of this funk if I could live in a city where I could maybe walk outside, where MPH would be like 10 miles an hour or slower because there's just no reason to speed around. Everything is within a 2-3 blocks. I don't have it in me to live in a city. I don't. For one, I'm First Nation, Native American, and living in this kind of city just makes my skin crawl. Ever think of Austin? I did. I visited Austin. It was a very clean, sanitized city. There's no problem with that. It is what it is. I was there for maybe 2 days. I kind of liked it. It was different. I don't know. I didn't really do anything. I mostly just stayed in my hotel room. I know I was like so super silly. I traveled all the way to Austin to just walk around, and that was it. No, I didn't go see any sights. I didn't go to any concerts. I didn't do anything. I walked around. See how that felt. All right. I tried. I'm not into wings. It's just not in me to eat that. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm in another country, but I'd choose Austin, I think, if I lived in your country. Well, I better think of somewhere to live. Because I just can't stay here. I mean, I don't want to see my stuff just be thrown out. I'd rather just pack up my stuff and move it to a new place. But I don't understand why I don't have my disability benefits. If I had my disability benefits, I could move to a house and then take my stuff and move it to a house. I understand just under enveloping yourself with another place that is enamoring, like not going with status quo. I guess I agree with that. I mean, I live in Los Angeles right now, and everyone is all about, just shoving community down your throat. But they shove community down your throat, but at the same exact time, they grope you on public transportation, which makes you think that if being part of your community is being groped in public, then no, I don't want to be part of your community. If being part of your community means that people try to break into my apartment, then no, I don't want to be part of your community. It's just sad. You know, I wish I could fit into something like this because I wanted it so badly. I wanted to move to Santa Monica, and I keep talking about it, and they keep sending me emails about, well, do you want to move to Santa Monica because Santa Monica is available now? And all I can say is it's a little too late. Like if I had the experience from when I got here of moving to, oh, by the way, my artist name is IanXIlyana, same as the channel head. But when I got here, you know, I moved to this city with my PTSD from military sexual trauma, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because I just came from a city where, I mean, I had my PTSD from military sexual trauma, but for the most part, the women there just, they weren't interested. They just go do your thing, just whatever. You know, I don't need to touch you in order to get any pleasure or to disturb you. Just go do your thing, whatever it is. But I come to Los Angeles and I've been groped on public transportation. I've had people try to break into my apartment. I started this chat with two women just ringing my doorbell and harassing me. If I had moved to Santa Monica before all that, I could have said, you know what? I don't need to ride the bus. You know what I could do? I could just walk. I could enjoy that. I could enjoy a walk around the town. Is the town that safe? Hell no. That town has issues you wouldn't believe. But there's enough of a police presence there. There's enough of an atmosphere of just relax that I wish I had. Pretty much. With my background, I'm everything. And I don't know if you can see it, but my hair is actually red in spaces. So some white man has a lot of explaining to do because my hair is red. Not everywhere, but it's red. I'm Caucasian. Can't really pull out my white privilege card to really do anything, but I have white DNA. Oh, what am I gonna do? And it's offensive to me that instead of living in Santa Monica, they moved me pretty much to a reservation. So I'm surrounded by people who are descended from the same tribe as me. They're descendants of that tribe, but my father lived a little bit closer. And so I'm a bit more Native American. And so my mother was Native American and my father was Central Native American. So between the two of them, I'm, I want to say like 62% First Nation. And then the rest is Black and I want to say Caucasian. Oh, and East Indian. Either way, hello, Muppet. I know what that means. Oh, wow. And thank you for checking out my music a weekend. Thank you so much for coming by. I don't know. I tried to do the whole OnlyFans thing. I gave them my ID. I gave them everything. And you know what they said? No. They fucking turned me down. They're like, no. I don't know what that means. Does it mean that I'm so fucking ugly that I couldn't be successful as an OnlyFans creator? Or are they saying that I'm too fucking innocent and I shouldn't do OnlyFans? I don't know. And thank you, a weekend, for being so kind and gracious. But yeah, that's just so fucking heartbreaking. Cause I see all these people and they're like, come to my OnlyFans for $5. You can watch my pics and videos. And it's like, I don't take a lot of pictures, but you know, if somebody wants to stare at my hairy armpit or something, like whatever, stare at my feet, like whatever, I guess that's fine. I think so too. I think so because I'm just weird and exotic looking. Like no matter what I do, I'm just weird and exotic. Like you don't see a lot of people that look like me. That alone should make it interesting. Plus I'm like transgender, like right on the like gender line, whatever. Like I appeal to men who like men and also men who maybe want a little something extra. I don't know. But for some reason, OnlyFans said, nah, which sucks. It just does. Because if I'm not getting my disability benefits, it's like, fuck, I need income coming in.
You think with benefits, it's take care of what you can take care of, and the rest of it you don't need. But like, fuck it, I need things in place so that I'm not constantly upset. I mean, when I complain about women trying to break into my apartment, here's a clue: don't live there, don't live here. Have a place of my own where I can say, this is my house. I've locked that door. There's no reason for women to come by if I didn't invite them. And there's no reason for them to try and break into my apartment. I'm sorry, break into my house. Because it's not an apartment, there's no one else to visit. And if it's my own house, I can call the police because these people would be trespassing on my property, as opposed to, well, I was going to see this person, but they weren't there. And I don't know, I've seen you around and I think you're attractive. And so can I just break into your apartment to come hang out with you? It's like, no, you cannot fucking do that. But this is what happens when America just bothers you. And that's what happened here. America sexually abused me in the United States Air Force. It's like, fuck it, we didn't work out, that's fine. Can we break up now? And I mean by break up, I mean, can I just have the money that I'm supposed to receive so I can say, you know what, there's that cute guy over there in that other country, and we have a cool rapport. I want to fuck him. He might want to, fuck me too if he got to know me better. I'm just gonna fuck off to there and then see if there's a love connection. I would love that. Yeah, I would 100% love the opportunity to explore my fucking sexuality without having it constantly being oppressed. pressed by people trying to break into my apartment because no, I don't feel fucking sexy when I have women trying to grope me or break into my apartment. That doesn't make me feel sexy. That's not a sexy thing to do. It's a creepy thing to do. And let's just say it, Los Angeles is just creepy people. I can understand if I was like Justice or Daft Punk or Mariana's Trench with my level of talent, but I'm nowhere near it. I'm just someone who makes a little bit of music here and there, and if people think it's cool, cool. But I don't want this, and I hope that this doesn't happen to any of them because I think that would just suck to anyone. But I don't know. I'm just miserable. I'm. I just. I thank everyone for coming by. Thank you, Janice, for coming by. 100% Texan. I enjoy Texas. I feel sad that I left. True, not everything was perfect. I had some pretty miserable times there too. But for the most part, no matter how bad things got, I I felt safer moving around. I felt like there was a pace to it that was kind of cool. I didn't like that uh, I was drinking a little too heavily there. So if I did move back, I would just not drink as heavily. Just learn to relax because I was spending a lot of time just really drunk, which is maybe one of the reasons why my recollection of it is just so hazy. But still, I remember actually having conversations with people. I remember where I went out with a fellow military man, and he could tell I was upset. And he spent the night in the middle of the street just holding me as I cried. I mean, we weren't best friends for life and stuff like that, but he just felt like being a decent human being because that's how he was raised. I mean, it's true, I probably shouldn't just open myself up to anyone ever again. But even saying that just feels weird because I think I deserve to be happy. I think I deserve to. I'll never have friends, but at least acquaintances, people that you can maybe walk into a bar, walk into a club, and just nod your head. It's like, I know you. I've seen you here before. Have a good day. I want, I want that because when you have that, you don't have to constantly look over your shoulder. You should glance though over your shoulder every now and then, but you shouldn't feel so harassed and harried. And I guess that's the test. Like, do you really want to be a celebrity? You know, I'll keep making music because music is my art therapy, but I'm an environmentalist, I'm a human rights activist. I would rather spend my time trying to protect American civil liberties than walk a red carpet. I was looking at people complaining about the Met Gala and said, Halle Berry didn't wear enough makeup. It's like, she's fucking Halle Berry. She doesn't have to wear makeup. Like, who the fuck are you to tell her what to put on her body? If she walked out and felt beauty on the inside, that should be enough for you. If you want to see her look more beautiful, she has an extensive body of work. Go through all of her movies, go through all her television shows. She is stunning. She is always stunning, but she doesn't have to be stunning for you. I applaud this woman, not just because she played Aurora Monroe, Storm, and I adore her. I even adore her as Catwoman. Whatever. I I like Halle Berry. I really do. Gothica. How many great things, Monsters Ball. How many great things has Halle Berry gifted you with? I mean, in Swordfish, she gave you her breasts. She just gave them to you. And here we are in 2025 saying that this beautiful woman didn't wear enough makeup for you. No, thank you. That kind of criticism is ridiculous. The woman is timelessly beautiful. Show some respect. I know that I don't know her personally, but she doesn't need a champion. She doesn't. I'm still going to say you don't talk to men that way. You don't talk to Javier Bardem and say, you know, if you could just put on some eyeshadow, I think it would really sell your image. Like, no, you don't talk to him that way. So if that's the case, I'm just not interested in that kind of lifestyle. I would rather just hang out with this adorable stranger there. Just, you have to appreciate a girl who knows when you're upset, comes when you need it. I have a petition, change.org/man's best friend is a dog. It's a petition to take animals out of shelters and train them, give them to a loving home for a veteran with PTSD like myself. Train them to recognize certain milestones like you need to brush your teeth or you need to do the dishes or you need to clean the room or you need to pay attention to the stove. These are things that you can teach an animal. And yes, a grown man or woman should be able to do that on their own. But it's a little harder when you have been abused during military service, when you have flashbacks to incredible trauma because of military service. Oh, excuse me. Uh, every day is a rough day for me. I am very happy that I have my service animal. I'd like to continue that. I have nearly 700 signatures already. I want to take it to 1,000. 1,000 signatures might be a reason for me to stay, because then I would take up that mantle and start training dogs to be service animals here in Los Angeles. But if I can get those signatures, I'm going to have to end that petition because I'm going to be moving out the area. Which is unfortunate. But I can't see myself putting up with this level of nonsense. I mean, I barricade my door, even though the door has a lock on it, which, by the way, is stupid. But I just don't feel safe. I don't feel safe going outside, especially in this neighborhood. I can understand if I was actually living on a traditional Native American reservation, but I'm not. I live in a Latino ghetto, so it's not the same thing. We may look very, very similar, and we may be descended from the same tribe, but they're coming from a life of running from cartels and drugs and whatever. And that's just not my family story. So we don't have shit to talk about. I don't have shit to fucking relate because I don't relate to a bunch of people who graffiti their own businesses. I can't relate to people who litter on their own fucking streets. I can't relate to people who pretty much take over the entire town for fucking street food because it's cheaper than having a restaurant. It's just not my thing. You've never done drugs before. No, I've lived a life. And that's all I can really say about that. But no, I've definitely lived a life. Chaos, of course I remember you. Welcome back to the channel. I knew if I stayed on, people would come out the woodwork. How's everyone? I just thought I would pop on here for a second, talk about what's going on. Because sometimes talking about it makes it easier. Because right now I'm gonna head outside and I'm just angry, just super fucking angry. Stacy, hello, hello. How you doing? Glad that you stopped by. It's Turntable Tuesday, as in I created another album where I use my turntable skills, but I don't really feel like spinning music right now. I've been so good, so busy. I missed you. I missed you too. Thank you so much for coming by. I don't know. I might consider coming back and doing a music live, but I'd like to go for a walk and just take care of a few things. Please be patient with me. I'm not at my best. I had yet another PTSD trigger, and it sets me back. It really does. And today should be like an easy day. I stay in. I have my beautiful roommate there who's like super chill, just super quiet, doesn't bother me, checks on me constantly, makes sure I'm okay, but doesn't bother me for the most part. So I don't understand why things are so gross. Like, why do people keep trying to break into my apartment? I'm not a star or anything, I'm just an environmentalist. James Joplin, time to man up and get through all that shit, Amy. I don't disagree with your statement. I have to consider just throwing out my stuff and moving somewhere else. It'll suck because like you don't want to just see your stuff being thrown out. I spent money on it. It'll take time to replace all my stuff. But that's where we are right now. that's the situation. It just doesn't make sense to live in LA, to go through yet another summer, which I can't really participate in because I have PTSD from military sexual trauma. So even Gay Pride Month next month just sucks because I I don't go out and I don't do anything. I'm going through the hardest times myself. I'm sorry to go through some hard times. I'm babbling about my own problems. So I'm sorry you're having difficulty. This is why I start conversations like this. Because the difficulties that we have in life are because we're not in a proper community. A community where you could say, well, how can I help you? Let me know. If you have like a GoFundMe, a Kickstarter, buy me a cup of coffee, Cash App link, anything, let me know. I'll put it in my channel. Like, we have to help each other. We have to consider that we're not alone in this fight. I know I keep saying I'm alone in this fight, but it doesn't have to be that way. Either way, my name is IanXIlyana. I hope that I inspired you to make changes in your life. And yes, in some cases it's man up and face some things, but in another, it's be more introspective and find out who you are inside. I look forward to seeing you again on the next podcast.